Hey guys, welcome back to Free Car Repair. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. Today will be super helpful video to any of you guys having a Honda Civic. We're talking about that generation here between year 2016 and year 2021. If you have one of those, you need to find where the fuse for the gauges is located, also known as instrument cluster fuse, guys. Stay with us, we'll explain guys where that fuse is located, which fuse you need to check, and where you can buy cheap fuses, relays from, that way you don't waste your money guys, and why it's important to test fuses and relays. All that will be shared for your convenience. Make sure you stay until the end. Before we start guys, let me tell you a little bit about us. On this channel you will be able to find guys a video for every fuse on your Honda Civic guys, if you have that generation from year 2016 to year 2021. Why we make these videos? To save you time and money. Let's say you're down the road, you need a fuel pump fuse, because without that fuse practically the car will not be running if it's blown. You can just search for it and find it instantly and know which fuse to check, because even in the manual, okay, the fuses are under different names that could be really hard to diagnose. Now, another thing guys, we're constantly working on things, taking engines apart, transmissions, fixing cars, and we have 3 channels that we have more than 1.1 million subscribers altogether on these channels guys, that we daily put content that can save you thousands of dollars in repairs as well. So let's go ahead, explain now where you can find all the fuses. Another thing now here guys, okay, you will have different kind of fuses on your Honda Civic guys. Some of those could be really hard to find. Okay, we're talking about some multi-fuses, multi-block fuses right here. Those could be really expensive, hard to find, impossible to find in small towns or in the middle of nowhere. Relays can be overpriced as well. So we'll put a link in the description of the video below where you can get practically all the fuses and relays at a really good price and quick shipping as well. That way you don't waste your money guys. So let's go ahead, start on it and explain about the fuses now. So we're going to demonstrate guys the gauges, the instrument cluster fuse now on the 2017 Honda Civic that we have here. We have 2 different fuse boxes, but we'll need to open the fuse box that's inside the vehicle under the steering wheel, right under the dash. If you look upside down guys, you're going to see a fuse box next to your OBD port. That's the fuse box right here. We're going to zoom in a little bit so we can clearly show you now which fuses we need to check for that purpose guys. But before we do that, let's explain why it's important to test fuses and relays, that way you don't waste time and money. So let me explain why it's super important guys to test fuses. Fuses, not often you can see if they're burnt or they're good. Sometimes they may seem perfectly fine, you think it's a good fuse, you put it back in and you end up spending money and time on parts and problems that do not exist guys, when all you had to do, test your fuse, find out it's bad, replace it, fix your problem. So we will have a video how to test a fuse, okay, different kinds of fuses, and how to test relays guys. We're going to put the link in the description of the video below specifically to that video. Please check it out. So the fuse for the instrument cluster, you're going to see the fuse box. You have numbers 1 and 13 on the first row. The fuses go in that order. Then you have 14 to 26, then you have 27 to 39. The fuse for the instrument cluster will be in that row on the very bottom towards the OBD side, and you start fuse number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that 7th fuse, that 10 fuse guys, that's the one that you will need to check right here. Hopefully the video will be helpful. If you have any questions, let us know. Thank you for watching and see you next time.